going on, guys? Mike from Project 860. So I'm starting the day off today. Gotta head to the shop. I'm in the Subi. Last night didn't go as planned. I thought I fixed the Subaru with the exhaust, and I ended up going to Dunkin' Donuts to go get a coffee last night so I can stay up and edit. And as I was leaving the parking lot, my whole entire exhaust decided to break off the two hangers and right on the ground. So I made it to the shop with the Subi. Now I got to move the Evo out. I got to get the other Subaru detailed, and I got to get my Subaru back up on the lift and see if I can try to fix that exhaust like a little bit more permanently. All right, so I gotta go to Walmart. I gotta go get cleaning supplies. I realized that I don't really have much here, so I gotta go do that. I gotta go make a couple errands. Gotta run to the post office, maybe get a coffee, and come back and get going on that Subaru. I just want to say how funny it is that I've been driving the Subaru ever since I did everything to it, like the turbo and everything, and got it running. And I haven't really driven the Evo, and nobody has really noticed me in the Subi to the point where they beep or wave. I'm in the Evo right now. I've literally driven 3 miles to get to Walmart, and I've had about maybe 6 or 7 people beep and wave to me on the way here. It's just crazy, like how many people notice one car versus the other. I don't know, I just thought that was funny. So I just pulled the Subaru in. I kind of wanted to show you guys what happened last night and what I had to do in order to get it home. Shout out to my buddy Chris. He's the one that I did the review on the G35X. He's one of my best friends, and I called him at about 10:30 last night, and he came, to the rescue. Brought me a couple bungee cords. I lifted it up, I strapped it up. It was actually pretty funny because I was stuck in a school parking lot, and it was pretty late at night, and I was underneath the car looking at the exhaust trying to figure out what I needed to do. And I was so mad because I forgot my camera. It would have just been hilarious to actually end yesterday's video with that clip. But I was sitting in the parking lot, I was underneath the car, I was trying to figure out how I'm gonna strap it back up. I came back from underneath the car and I saw another car parked out in front of the parking lot that I was in. And then the second I stuck my head up, they like took off. And I'm like, okay, that was a little sketchy. So I waited about 10 minutes and my buddy Chris showed up. As he was coming down the road, a cop was in front of him. The cop stared at me, pulled into the parking lot, came around with the spotlight on. With my buddy Chris right behind him because they pulled into the same parking lot. So I could tell that the cop was a little sketched out, kind of wondering like, what the hell am I doing here? He pulled up next to me and he's like, everything all right? And I'm like, yeah, for the most part. My exhaust kind of broke off the hanger and is now hanging on the ground. He's like, oh, did it fall in the parking lot? I'm like, no. Why would it fall in the parking lot? Why would I be in this parking lot unless something went wrong with my car? But I was like, no, I fell on the road, like, 500 feet down the road, and I just made it in here. I was like, I live maybe like a half a mile down the street. So my buddy's the one that pulled in behind you, and he's got something so I can strap it up. And he's like, oh. And he takes his flashlight, and he's like kind of like looking over, never got out of the car, looking over by my car, and he goes, okay, good luck, have a good night, and he left. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, okay, not that I was doing anything wrong in the parking lot. I kind of understand that it was, 10:30 at night. But why would you just randomly show up and then kind of like, what was he going to do, But then it kind of clicked in my head that I think the person that pulled over and was like kind of staring at me from being underneath my car, and I came up and then they took off. Pretty sure they're the ones who called the cops, because then I found out Chris told me that he left his house, and the cop that pulled into the parking lot that I was in, he was following the whole time, and he said that he was, moving like he was supposed to be someplace. So I guarantee somebody ended up calling the cops on me for some stupid reason, But it just goes to show you that you can't just sit in a parking lot at night, especially in a school parking lot, because people get a little sketched out. But I just wanted to show you how I kind of finagled this exhaust up, and it worked. I mean, it got me home and it got me all the way back to the shop today, and it's still up. I'm not going to drive the car, obviously, until I get it up on the lift and figure out what I can weld and try to get it back up until we get the exhaust made. But here it is. I'm sure you could see it. There's the bungee cords. I wrapped 2 bungee cords around, tied it in a knot, and strapped it up. I mean, and I kind of wrapped it around my sway bar there. No, it's not the best thing, but hey, it worked. And it got me out of a pinch, so I'm going to end this video here. I just kind of wanted to show that, or share that story with you guys. So if you like this video, it wasn't really interesting today. I know I didn't do a lot. I didn't do a lot of filming. I just really busted my butt on trying to get that Subaru clean. Go down below, give it that thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys on the next one.